marching band. It's where like the majority of my friends are. It's really fun. I love the community and the family that we have and all the friends I made here.
The best part was definitely meeting everybody because they're now my close family, and I was really glad to join this year.
Honestly, the best part was the sousaphones. Like our section as a whole is just a giant family, and it's great. This year especially, we're like the most connected, the most dedicated to each other that we've ever been.
Yeah, these guys. And those guys over there, and a few that aren't here.
Yo, they're
but
pointing at
they're the
us. That's
Sousas.
funny.
They're pointing back. We love them. I love them. Thank you guys.
Yeah, definitely the section and the band. It just feels like one big family, because I remember coming in as an 8th grader, I was really afraid, and you feel like you're part of a family here. You're instantly click with everybody. Everybody's your friend.
I'd say my most embarrassing marching band moment is my freshman year. It was raining like so bad that night, and I just forgot the Thomas Worthington jacket that they would give us, and instead I had my yellow jacket, and I said, quote, "I feel like mustard packet in a sea of ketchup."
My most embarrassing moment was freshman year. I was in the front of a line that moved backwards diagonally, and I didn't have anyone to look at or any peripherals to like base it off of. And I remember Mr. Scholes was very frustrated with the fact that I didn't know what size steps to take, and so our entire section had to stay back a few water breaks and lots of calling my name out just so that we could get it right.
My most embarrassing moment is definitely at my first competition, my freshman year, when we were doing dance block and we set our instruments down, my slide came out, and then when we were marching back to block, I was like, oh my god, I do not have my slide. And then I had to go up to Mr. Scholes and tell him about it, and then we had to go to the press box to get my slide. It still has stomp marks on it.
My favorite memory from marching band is probably when we went to the skull session at OSU, and while we were waiting to play, we were doing all the classic contest games, rock the boat, roller coaster, and when we were rocking the boat, we eventually worked it all the way up and got the entire Indiana University marching band to rock the boat with us, which was just an absolutely amazing memory, super surreal.
My best moment in all of marching band, I think, would have to have been this year when I got called out like the day after the game for being a hero. I think that's just really funny. So I played so good that like, everyone had to call me out, and I was like, ah.
Full counts. Ready? And play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this is going to be the plan, everybody. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
coming back was just the opportunity just to grow and just how much of a different person I turned out to be once I became a marching band. But then when I joined marching band, I made all these new friends. I gained this like confidence I didn't think I would be able to, and I had so much support from the entire band, and it felt awesome. I knew I wanted to pass that on as a section leader, as a junior and a senior, and I think that has been my main goal and driving force for being a section leader.
Yes. From the start, it was from Mr. Alexis recommending me to do this. But later on, the reason why I come here is because of my friends. My friends are the main reason why I came here.
There was this bass feature in
it's pretty important.
In segment 2 at States, our freshman year in space, and I was responsible for getting that bass feature right. And at States, I messed it up so bad, and like that's yeah.
So many times I have to tap things off, right? Well, apparently tempo is not my best friend. So I like tapping things really fast, you know? My hand just likes to go really fast. So that's one of the things. And also, Young Money's not my friend either. I like to crush a lot of things, apparently. So.
Okay, I don't have a most embarrassing moment because I'm perfect at everything I do. But the best memory I have is I had a stick trick in part 2 and I hit it at States and some girl yelled, "Yo!" from watching in the stands.
I think my most embarrassing moment, it wasn't really noticeable, but during States, I couldn't have my phone in my phone pocket because it sat on like my drum plate, you know. Yeah. So I had it like in my sports bra, and it fell out during States while I was marching and slowly migrated down me, and I thought it was gonna fall out and be on the field during States. It was pretty bad.
My favorite moment was Fields of Gold. We were in the middle of States performance, and it started pouring down rain just in the middle of the performance, and we all just finished out the performance to the end, and it was the coolest thing ever because it was not raining at the start, and then it was fully downpouring by the time we were finished, and we just rocked through it, and it was one of our best performances of that.
The reason I kept coming back to marching band was because everyone in the community, with being everyone in the saxophone section, just being really positive and really great, just fun to hang around with.
If I'm going to be totally honest with you, I don't know. There's just a compulsion in my brain that says you got to go play the saxophone, Zach. You really got to go play that saxophone.
The reason I kept coming back and the reason I did it in the first place was definitely the people, because all my friends were in it and I just wanted to hang out with them. And Mr. A was the one who inspired me to do it in the first place.
I think the reason I kept coming back is definitely the people, especially this year. This year was a really good year. I feel like all the seniors really came together this year. Definitely the people, like my friends, all my friends were doing marching band, and it was just really fun overall experience. And yeah.
Yeah, what kept me coming back was the same thing, like all the people, the community that we've created. Like, it's always just like a fun environment when you're with everyone that is like your close friends. You build a lot of friendships when you're here, and just to be able to keep coming back to that and keep seeing the same people every day that you'd like to hang out with is probably what kept me coming back.
So sophomore year, I had a solo that started the show. And at States, I may or may not have ran into the microphone on the very first note. And you can hear it in the video. Don't watch it.
My best moment, I'd have to say either my solo sophomore year, my piccolo solo, or my 8th grade year. It snowed during our States rehearsal. It was very fun. It was just like a magical moment almost, and it was very cool.
I think my most embarrassing moment had to be freshman year at States. When flutes got to have a flag solo, I got hit in the face with my flag in the middle of States.
My most embarrassing moment was probably when the band went to Disney. We were loading up one of the buses, and I lost my phone at Disney, and my dad had to run through the park and find it, and it was in the admissions office or something. I don't know. It was somewhere. It was in an office, and I held up all of the buses, and yeah, that was really fun.
I would say that what kept me coming back to marching band, this applies a little less to freshman year because I'd never really experienced it, but it was creating something, this really cool moment at the end of the season, really getting to States and having this performance and knowing this is the last time I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this the best I can.
I'd say the reason that I kept coming back to marching band was kind of the thrill of performing, right? Something I didn't really experience my freshman year because I was still really new. There's leaders and followers. I was definitely a follower freshman year. You know, as I kind of developed and I got a little bit older, especially 2019 Fields of Gold, I really started to strive for perfection as an individual performer. And I'd get these feelings, you'd get chills out on the field. You nail the set powerfully when you just get chills all the way up your back.
It was honestly just knowing that this is a family. We all treat each other, we mess around with each other a lot. It's kind of funny, but we still come together somehow. And this one has honestly kept me in band the most because she's been my friend for so long now that I'm just wow, we did this together. It's so much fun.
I'd probably have to say, as cliche as it sounds, the people. Really, coming into this, my freshman year, I was actually marching with the flutes as a clarinet because I came in late. So at that point, I was kind of hesitant on am I really gonna build relationships with these people along the way? But ever since then, I've met probably some of my favorite people in these past 4 years, and I don't really know where I'd be without them.
I think personally it's just the family that the marching band is, and I guess I've just made so many friends and we've just gotten so close because, you know, being around the same amount of people for so long, it's hard to break off.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Just the connections that you get with everybody, they're just so meaningful. It's just hard to explain it, but it's like a second family.